It might surprise you to know that there's a lot of private cloud out there. In fact, I would wager to say a lot of the applications and services that you use today, this week, in your life are supported by private cloud. In industries that maybe don't have much to do with taking pictures and talking about your sandwiches and things like that. Now, what do I mean by these applications? I mean all of the software in the world. Things that run banks, manufacturing, retail even, government, things like that. This is one of the more interesting charts that Benedict Evans goes over every now and then from the Goldman Sachs CIO survey. And what you see in one of these lines is the ambition, the plans to move workloads to public cloud, and then the reality of how many of those workloads actually move. And you can see that for some time it's leveled off. Now, when I first saw this chart, it got me thinking about all of the conversation about moving to public cloud and then what the reality is. If you look at surveys over the years, there's been a steady increase in public cloud usage over the past 20 years, but there's been a leveling off that you've seen of people who have had ambitions to move to public cloud, but have started to realize that private cloud is perfectly good for running applications they have. You look at something like this, the Flexera survey, and you see a similar thing where the level of private cloud versus public cloud, where the apps and workloads are, has leveled off as well and kind of goes between these two areas. You know, what I've been hearing a lot of recently is that people had ambitions to move 100%, 90% of things to public cloud. And because of the lack of controls that they put in place for it, because they were really chasing after that, instantly allowing the developers to do whatever they want, even that kind of DevOps dream of having developers manage things in production, not only do they lose governance and control and security, but the costs go way up. And they don't have as much control over that as they do in a private cloud setting.